we are continuing. Yes. Continuing Ace Attorney. Last we left off, the woman we were interviewing, or who was on the witness stand, whose name I can't remember, had given Edgeworth a card, and Edgeworth is like, oh my god, why didn't you show me this earlier? And now we're going to find out what's happening. Oh wow, well, hope that went well for you. March 22nd, 5:24 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Sniffle, sniffle. There, Pearls. I can't take it. Nice. Look, it'll be all right. Everything may still work out. How many volumes? My volumes good today? The conditions that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't because Mr. On Guard hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Are you serious? Wow. Pre-weeded McDonald's. What a time to be alive. And hey, Gothic. Sniffle, sniffle. Cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going. You're right. Hey, no, that's fine.
Another has risen to join the flock.
Holy crap, Gothic, thank you so much for that tier 2's up. 12 months. 12 months 3, that is awesome. Thank you so much for that support. You rock. Good live and good night. Yeah, have a good night, Happiness. Take it easy. Thank you so much, Gothic. And tier 2. 12 months at tier 2. That's insane. Utterly insane. Thank you so much. Mystic Maya is in much more pain than I am. Yes, that's right. So, hey, you guys. Glad I caught you, pal. Mr. Scruffy Detective? Oh boy. Looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now. Mr. Scruffy Detective. Just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe. Now, and I came to talk to you, pal. Oh yeah, he got fired. We're kind of busy right now. So, what are you going to do from now on? What do you mean, pal? Well, you've been fired, right? I said thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. 12 months, that's insane. Do you have a new job lined up? Oh, that. What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday. What are you talking about? You don't have another payday. I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal. Say what? You'll be searching for things that'll prove Mr. On Guard's innocence all day, right? Well, yeah. Oh, pre-weeded McDonald, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna help you, pal. I got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. I'm great at making really simple meals, pal. I'll take care of it all. Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things. Okay. By the way, what's your best dish? It's the noodles, pal. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? Oh, God. That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like, he didn't care if Mrs. Andrews killed herself. He said that? That's horrible. Because of him doing that, we got the truth finally. The truth. Mrs. Andrews' last testimony. I wonder if it was the truth. I'll give you that there was nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there is something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. Doing his best, exactly. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would she want to... no. I mean, almost need to frame Mr. On Guard. I couldn't figure out that from anything she said all day. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more here than meets the eye. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe. That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that. Francesca Von Karma. Francesca. Speaking of Miss Von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning? Miss Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol pal. But she's gonna be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but... Well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay, still hanging in there. I should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What? Are you gonna go visit a pal? No. Well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went in and let her whip you for a bit, pal. Oh, God! Let's go let her whip us and this is— No! Pearl, no! Good night, everybody. Now I'm definitely not going. Let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Haughty Clinic. That name sends a chill down my spine. She'll spare the kid. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. Hey, this place. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? Hi. Wait a second. You're... Yes, I'm Director Haughty. Ho ho. Why are you still here? Yes. What is it? Can I help you? You can tell me? Yes. Director Haughty. Director Haughty. Edgeworth? Is it really him? Wait. Yes, I'm Director Haughty. Ho ho. Oh, you're the man for this morning. Yes. What is it, Director? Francesca. How is Francesca Von Karma? Francesca. You don't need to worry. Yes. She's in good hands. Because you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. Yes. And that surgery, it went well. You have my gratitude. Looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret. Oh no! She looks so pitiful, absolutely terrified. Yes. But I understand. Yes. Her opponent was a gun, after all. And when I stuck out her real secret light, she would scream really loud. Yes. I see. But she's really cute too. When I do that, she'd whip me with her whip. Boy, did I cry like a baby. Yes. But I think I can get used to it. What the fuck? That she looks fun. Go back to your room. You're so mean. So mean, Miss my frisky Friska. Basket. Okay. Yes. It's time for my IV drops. Yes. What are those tulips doing in your hands, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I knew I shouldn't have come here. It wasn't her whipping hand. I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. What? Whatever. Yeah, I get shot all the time. I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning. But that would have been too much for you. There's no need to act tough in front of us, you know. Regardless. It's fine, she's German. I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding, one has to wonder if he's simply interested in stealing my case. It was the only logical course of action, given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made. I think I know what deal he's referring to. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. Ungard, you told Ms. Andrews to not testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If I'd been in court today, this trial would already be over. All while hiding Miss Andrews' own crime? That isn't my problem, whether she had tampered with evidence or not. I've only one objective, to find and guard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means. Ms. Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then a guard will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Because of that, she's now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, that's all. But you had to know she was... Ow! I think visiting hours here are about over. So, if you'll excuse me. What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off? Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Edgeworth. What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? That was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted, but to go that far... But she wouldn't testify about that until I had said something. Listen, Wright. The courtroom is a garden of judgment. I am putting myself on the line when I stand in there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. By the way, Edgeworth, you're really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Wait, just that card. Give it to me, hurry! It what you've stupidly yet inadvertently done. Yes, I can't believe you hid this from me all this time. That card. What in the world is it? What's it here? You mean this? Listen, Wright. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. The task is to find the owner of this card. A man called Shelley D. Killer. Shelley D. Killer. This is a serial killer! And just as his name states, he is a killer, an assassin. The best at that. An assassin? Picture card was added to the court record. So who is this Shelley D. Killer? D. Killer is the name of a long-standing line of assassins. Long-standing? The name first appeared about 100 years ago, I hear. Shelley is a professional name with a third heir to the D. Killer name. So because his professional name is Shelley, he leaves cards with a shell on them? He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims. Why would he do something like that? We think it's a part of his duty to his clients. His duty? If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients. That's why the killer fucked up when she took the card away, so he wasn't getting credit for the kill, which is why he wanted to make sure Gar was found not guilty. I figured out the subplot, yeah. I see. The killer values trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience. Sure. Can't you just let me have one? Just one, please? I guess even honorable assassins can exist. So you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case? Sure, Jan. That was the tone you gave me. Sure, Jan. It would appear that way. Discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree? Killer, huh? I noticed something at the trial today. You're behaving in a very strange manner. Is something the matter? I guess I should just tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped. What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I'll prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow.
Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to...
Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity.
Mr. Nick?
There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right. Listen. You need to know something. Juan Corda was killed by Shelley the Killer. And the client who ordered the job is Matt on Guard. Your own client. Please stop. I can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue our investigation, you will need this.
What is it?
The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelley the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter. Ah. Nice. In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me. Yeah. Oh, so okay. So, ooh, this is a tough case.
Mr. Nick, do you think Mr. On Guard hired an assassin?
No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psych lock.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya, please, I'll ask that you make it home. Oh, whoops. Date? Time? Location? I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me. Even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up, like how Nick does with everything in court. Oh no! Look, he tries his best, okay? Anyway, let's try the card out. Let's try out the card trick with this card I just found. Click. Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around. Whew, here we go. What is this place? I've got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Are those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here. This framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste." I bet this could be a clue. So what's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear. Oh, how cute. It's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. What is some kind of puzzle or something? Locked. Of course. It doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. Chloe's a little skinnier, then maybe I can be able to crawl through here. Oh, time to hydrate. Oh, hey, it's a computer. I've never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat. The reason I plan to use this somehow to get out of here. What's this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this is a VCR? I'm sure there are a lot of electronic gadgets here. What is an antenna doing here? Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. Yeah! It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you. He is? For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are ways in which I can help you. Ways, you mean? Dead men tell no tales, is how the saying goes, correct?
Dead?
I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting. I am an assassin.
No, wait. You're lying. I mean, an assassin?
People are not always who they appear to be.
Nick!
Oh, no. My game jam here. If you redeem a shout out thing, or what is it? Which one is it? Nicole, I'll get you. Or did I turn those off? 1 second. What did I? I'll give you a shout out. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, whatever. Oh, yes, Pearls. I got caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation. It's always the butler.
Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know.
I guess for now, I have no choice but to believe in Mr. Ungard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, but visiting hours are over for today.
Aw.
I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh, yeah. There's a message here for you. A message? It's from Matt Ungard. Oh, here you are.
What did he write? Is it something really important?
I don't know. Well, let's see what it has. Let's see what it has to say. Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got some really important information. I've got something really important to tell you. But I feel uneasy all of a sudden. I can't remember what voice I used for Matt, so change that back to the way it should be. Ah, oops. Okay. No, Mr. Wright. So actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shoe. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shoe for me, dude? I was just a little ways down from the hotel, alright? Oh boy. This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat.
We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shoe's stomach is growling by now.
Yeah, I guess. Matt's note jammed into a pocket. Let's request as a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. I can't go to his... Okay. I have to go to the hotel, I think.
Wow, everybody looks really busy with something or another.
They're probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Hey, hurry up with that, will you? Pass the victims list around. You gotta be kidding. There's over 100 people on here.
Mr. Nick, is Mr. Ungard really that big and bad of a criminal?
Actually, Pearls, never mind. It sounds like they're working on a different case. Want to make a fun game like Ace Attorney? Here's an opportunity to learn how for yourself. How for either RenPay or RPG Maker. Perhaps your very own adventure game can win you a cameo appearance in one of Honey Nut Phineas's games, or perhaps you'll get free art. And there's a link. Use the link to go to the jam. Let's go to the hotel then, I guess. Maybe we can get to where we need to go from the hotel.
All right now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to, for Mystic Maya's sake.
Shut up, pass.
Miss Holbag. Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gasp, you spiky-headed pettifogger. Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy, just as he promised. But when I threw out something much more valuable, I want Edgy Boy's heart. I want it all for me. It's all your fault. You've wakened the wild beast inside this old bag. Arrgh! Miss Oldbag. Keep your hands off me. This helmet is airtight. No air gets in and no air gets out.
Then why do you keep putting it on?
Don't you think you could get me to move with silly questions? You're gonna have to defeat me if you want to get by.
I am not hearing this.
Ha! You're a million light years too early to be asking me questions, whippersnapper.
Looks like the only way I'm gonna get this any investigation on is first do something about this kooky alien. Okay. Oh my god. Maybe I'm not sure where this letter I got from Edgeworth. Ms. Olbag, if you look at...
What? Nobody look at this worthless piece of... Edgy poo.
Is that her perfume? Pheromone d'amour I smell? Ugh.
Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct his investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth.
Yours truly?
That man's good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand?
Give it to Miss Olbag.
I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook. It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth.
That may be, but you know nothing's going to come of it.
That's so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared.
Ow! Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation.
Okay. What? What now? One little thing before I forget.
Hey, Marion, how you doing?
You can't go to Engar's room today. Why? The police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear?
I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating the killer.
So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Olbag.
Griffin is back. We have Mr. Engar.
They're both heroes. Why would they do something so unheroic?
They may look like heroes on the outside, but on the inside, they're only human. Okay. Cameras belong to the press that came to cover the conference. They're all basically doing the same thing, staring at the empty stage. Okay, so we can go to his... Okay. Yeah, some... Fuck you. It's like we're the only ones here.
And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow.
Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about the killer.
Hey, city boy.
Lotta, you're still here.
Wrecking course. Investigative photographer eats or starves on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? This hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen.
I fucking love orange drink from McDonald's. Oh god. So good.
But do you have a camera? Rick Given. Driver's gotta have cameras out of the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know?
Well, okay. It started off as a high C orange. Okay, that's the flavor I grew up with. And then now it's Fruitopia orange, whatever, orange dream, whatever. It's some sort of weird name, but it tastes exactly the same as high C orange, and it's so it's like fucking pure sugar. So tasty and refreshing and delicious. And I'm ignoring what Marion said about me giving up soda. So no, okay, you know, I have an addiction, and Tropical Sprite is actually pretty good. I've had it before Gothic. So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feet in the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief? Why can't you drop that thief thing already? A lot of judging you. Because he read the scale wrong. Yeah, everything's back to normal. I don't know how I read it as 230. I really don't. I want to ask you about the night of the murder.
What? Are you really gonna shell out the bucks for that info I got?
Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not?
Well, kinda, but...
Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes.
I didn't exactly hang around for the entire time, you know. I followed a few stars around.
Have Sprite, have lemonade. I like lemonade and grape. Otherwise known as Purplesaurus Rex. Delicioso. Not quite as good as raspberry blue lemonade or blue raspberry lemonade, but Rice Krispies are what? I want those now. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too. Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. Sharkleberry Finn is pretty damn good, but Purplesaurus Rex, the other one, like the blue Houdini or whatever it was, the octopus one, that was the best, but they don't make that anymore because it looked too close to antifreeze. And they didn't want kids drinking antifreeze. And I'm like, fuck those stupid kids. Let them die. I want my blue Houdini. Was that the name of it? Fuck, now I gotta look it up real quick. Okay, Oh, the Great Blue Dini, that was it. The Great Blue Dini, there we go. Yeah, this motherfucker. That was so fucking good. Oh, it was super fruity too, yeah. Yeah, blue lemonade is my favorite though. It's so good, I'm so glad they still make it. But yeah, I remember the controversy around this. When it was made, it looked like antifreeze, so they didn't want to encourage kids to drink antifreeze. Because the thing about antifreeze is that it apparently tastes very sweet, but it's very deadly, so. She wasn't here the entire time that night. The security lady also wasn't in the hallway the whole time either. Yes, this means there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. Which one's that, Gothic? I am curious, even though I can't get Kool-Aid in Canada. Why would you do that, Annette? So about the note that was inside your camera case. Oh, that ditty I wrote? Yeah, can I believe what you've written? It's stuff about Ungard shoving his manager lady into corridor? Yeah. Well, I reckon you best not be believing that. What? Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know? Around whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's just a lot of random bull-dooders. It's just a lot of random bull-dooders. Hey, what's with you? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to? Hey, why do you look like you suddenly got older, too? Or am I just drinking here? Bull-dooders. Mix all of the flavors possible together. That sounds so weird. Ah, my baby! My $1,600 baby! What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? That guy told me it was evidence. He refused to give it back to me. Well, that's kind of how it is. Hey, you're that red coat's friend, ain't you? Let's put in a few good words for me and get me my camera back. Back my camera. You want me to do what? Listen, nag the guy real good for about 5 hours and I guarantee he'll give it back. Okay, Jay. Why don't you do your own dirty work? Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. Tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you then. And you two there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. Make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. If you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to me. Would you please just leave already? Even now, No one really has any idea. Corridor's hotel. The killer took a bear!
Mr. Nick!
What's that otherworldly, ghastly moaning? That won't get you twitch, Banjay.
I hate evil ghosts! Wah!
I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon?
Excuse me? What are you calling a demon, brat? Ah!
Zoinks! It's the alien!
What are you calling an alien?
Oh, it's just you, Ms. Olbag. What are you doing here?
What is wrong with you, with youngins today? I came down here to pay my respects to my poor Juan, and you're disturbing me.
Yeah, but there are many things I would have already been banned for if that were the case. Many things. Please talk to me about the night of the murder, just one more time.
I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She's floating around here with that imbecile look on her face.
With that imbecilic look on her face?
Okay, got it. Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're gonna take notes, at least make me sound better than that.
Oh, all right. Now I've seen everything.
But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night.
I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Corrida.
He's the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts, in my book.
But I heard he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Engard.
Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know. But he's gonna become an even bigger star than he used to be. Look, just look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him.
Yeah, the mountain is pretty big, and certainly nothing to shake a stick at.
Mr. Nick?
What is it, Pearls?
The presents, they're all bears, right?
She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. All Mr. Corda's presents from his fam seem to be bears.
Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears.
Watermelon cake with fruit dip icing, garnished with the strawberries, blueberries, or... Oh god, so are you just gonna make him a broccoli cake?
It's why bears? You don't know. When my dear Juan was training, he fought barehanded with the bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what a heartwarming story.
Yeah, I kicked this bear's ass, they became my buddy. I'm so tired.
Look, it's just like in those young people's dramas. I can see those two tuckered out, down by a river going, heh, you sure can fight. You too, bub, you too.
Did all that really happen?
It's his biography, bub.
Why is she saying bub? Why is she talking like Wolverine? What is going on here? Oh my god, okay. Oh, the watermelon went up.
It went a little crock. Ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents.
Ow, my ear kind of hurts. I hope I'm not getting an ear infection or something weird. Yeah, nice. Bears. No clues here. Awesome. Okay, we're going to his house. Ungard Mansion, living room. Sure is dark. I'll go turn on a light. Whoa. Wow, so this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's find Shoo, the kitty cat. Shoo!
Oh god. Oh my god, it's adorable. Look at that cat. So I guess this is Shoo.
Oh, what a lovely cat. Hello, Shoo. Tee.
Cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. May I help you with something, Mr. Oh, we're lawyers. Actually, I'm Mr. Unguard's lawyer. It's the fucking killer! It really is the butler. Holy shit. The master's... Then you must be Mr. Wright. Yes? Ah, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. Nice to meet you. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. Unguard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. How typically butler-like, as it were. Whoa, Studio Blue, thank you so much for the raid of 6. I appreciate it. How was the rest of your stream, guys? Hey, KV, how you doing? Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of himself and his affairs. So, take care of Teal, so we'll catch you later. Okay, catch you later, Steel and Teal, and have a good night. You know, I would have thought Mr. Unguard would kind of have a maid over a butler. That's a very cute cat you've got there. It is my duty to take care of him. The master rather fancies Shoo. And, anything else? My friend. No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the family cat. Well then, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Well, I'm afraid I must take my lead now. Yeah, you know, okay. Yeah, you should probably get... Yeah, good. Oh, we should probably get ourselves going. Get going ourselves. So young and yet so already accomplished. A master of law. There's also a lot to be proud of in being a butler, in charge of the house and all. I'm very tired. I'm not hungry, though. Well, thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Now, if you'll excuse me. Okay, there you go. He's flying through the air. Love the cat. That bicycle, Pearls, is one where you don't have to pedal, and it moves on its own.
Really? Wow.
But sorry to disappoint you, it can't fly.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth here.
That's actually a fireplace. Boy, did he bury the... Oh, God. He buried the lead like a... lead-burying... guy who buries leads. For a living. Oh, God. Why am I so tired? Give me a second. Just give me 1 second. Just gonna... rub my face. Okay, I'm good. Forgetting Pearl knows nothing about manners, though. Hey, Boo Boo, how you doing? I would be afraid of it falling on me, to be perfectly honest. Massage the brain. Yes, I need. That's what I was trying to do. Massage the brain.
How are they different, Mr. Nick?
You know, I've never actually seen a hearse before, come to think of it.
You should come visit Fay Manor then. I'll show you one when you do.
Nope, he's... If it starts up, I sit around having a good time. In any case, I don't really belong here, do I? What's with me feeling inferior today? I'm feeling really tired all of a sudden. Like, oh my god. Like, just suddenly super fatigued, man. Like, oh my good god.
There's a mask here.
Yeah, that one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. What's next to that are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo Old Tokyo.
Wow, you really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Mr. Nick.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about that show than a kid. Oh no. Go over there.
You go wandering over there, Mr. Nick. You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick.
Yes, Pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around. Maybe. Yes, it's the cyanide and the orange drink.
Small door at the bottom of this figure door, Mr. Nick.
I bet it's for Mr. Unguard's cat to use.
Oh, you mean shoe?
The door. It's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. That's where Maya is, you cuck. I'm trying to think here. Okay, now I don't know what to do. I could... Nope, that's not it. Ah! Crap! Where do I go? Oh my god! We've already examined all this stuff. Ah, I feel so lost now. Shit. What do I do? For your grateful clients. I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock.
What is that infernal racket? It's when the present's going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m., way past your bedtime.
That startled me. I thought I was gonna die for a second.
8 p.m. That's the time when the award ceremony ended that night, remember?
Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's already been 2 days since the ceremony. Transceiver. Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya. How's Maya? You haven't hurt her, have you? It seems you are not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news. So it would seem my present did you no good.
Oh, missing Maya! Missing Maya!
One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time, please. I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all. Please. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear if she's alright. Alright. Then... a little... Hello? Hello? It seems... it's bad. Shh. Connect. Suddenly my phone break. Oh, excuse me. Beep. What happened? To it happened, my eyelids are heavy. I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static.
Ah, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. And the sooner the better. Examine up. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you my measurements.
No, that's okay, really.
She really doesn't like you, does she, Mr. Nick?
I know.
Ugh. So freaking tired. Holy crap!
Massage the brain. Fuck, go to bed, but I want to watch. It's been a while. I can imagine, Gothic. I can imagine. So where the fuck do we go now? There we go. We found the place to go, and I'm really tired. There might be able to ask, though. Yeah, see, wait, who is good with electronic stuff? That I know. Huh. Hey, welcome back, pal. Thought I'd make you a little something for dinner. That's nice. Thanks. Which man's luxurious full-course meal? Out of a can, that is. I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat. Oops. Looks like you don't have a can opener, pal. You've got to be kidding. Here I thought he had something already. I thought he had already whipped up something. Oh, I know. There's only one way I know I could be helpful. McDonald's cups. That's about anything you want, pal. Go ahead. Well, since he's here and offering, I don't know what I should try asking him about. I guess I could start presenting him stuff. Transceiver. He does. He tries so hard. He's such a good boy. Oh, time to hydrate just a second here. All right. What are we doing? Okay. Transceiver.
Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing.
What thing? Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal. When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just broke into static. Suddenly broke. Look, it sounded like this. I hydrated. Ah. Oh, the sugars. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh? Maybe it fixed itself? That's strange. I'm sure it was making a lot of static noise. Maybe... Maybe what? Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal. Electromagnetic interference? What else do we want to ask him about? Oh yeah, do you know anything? Do you know about this card? Card? Edgeworth, for some reason, went pale the instant he saw this card. Hey, I know what this is, pal. You do? No matter what way you look at it, I'd say it's a picture of a shell. Case solved. That's it? Oh yeah, that's right. Mr. Edgeworth really likes these cooked snail things. What are they called again? Escargot or something like that? So bless that man. Oh, I wonder if that's the thing I can ask.
Mr. Nick, I think we just solved the mystery of why Mr. Edgeworth's face turned pale, right?
As I suspected, Gumshoe has no clue. Ah, perfect. I've never actually had escargot. I don't know if I could. So what is electromagnetic interference? It's something that happens when radio waves get mixed up with another signal, pal. Oh, when you put it that way.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen. Stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? Or, like you get that kind of whenever your phone is going off next to like a microphone or a speaker or something, you get that kind of electromagnetic interference, yeah.
Huh? Computer?
It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird.
Oh yes, the TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about.
She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this. Hey, Wright, then, how you doing? So the room where you were in with that interference, the transceiver happened. There's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Gothic. Something like a listening device or something. Ah. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
We were in Mr. Corrida's room. The scene of the murder.
What? That's it. I'm gonna sneak in the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Wait, Gumshoe! Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
We should go get going too, Mr. Nick.
Alright, let's go. He lost his job. Oh yeah, let's go. His pay. Hey, you're finally here, pal. So sorry to keep you waiting. Gothic. He's paying the precinct to work there.
Do you have the, bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. Then suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item. Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's.
Wow, so this is a bug sweeper.
It looks a little broken. Hey, this is made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh? By who? Me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. Sure, it looks like a little beat up. I'm gonna put my heart and soul into building this puppy here. Why, Gothic?
Your heart and soul?
It'll work, trust me. It'll do the job, but we can't set the sensitivity. So it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves. Kia!
But isn't it better that way?
Well, anyway, since I brought us all the way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or something of this sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
So we're gonna find it, right?
Spirit of flood here. Oh god. Right, now, first, let's turn the sweeper on. Hold on a second here. It's MC. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough looky-see, pal. Super let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press enter to lock onto it. There's a lot of things here that are going to give off radio waves. So let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious. Okay, pal? The bear said nothing. Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Let me yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? Okay, so there's that. The dog is giving off something, okay. The radio, that's pretty standard. TV, standard. Oh! Lamp, check. Listening device, nope. There are a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick? Yeah, and they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful? Yeah, I'll be more conscientious from now on. Sorry. No, I thought that'd be... Nice? Nope. Okay. Cell phone? Nope, no bugs in there. Cell phone? What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is. I'm sorry, I've never seen one before. Now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Korean Village. The Pearls has never lived outside of that village, so... Well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. Oh, what a lovely bear! This must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots. It's a robot? It's a real robot? Yeah, it's a real one. Mr. Nick! Yes? How many horsepowers is it? How many horsies? Horsies? Well, look, it's a bear, so, that one with the dopey-ass fucking grin. How many horsies, Nick? Just noise the TV in all places. Looks like the TV was left on, and it's now showing an old samurai movie. Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies, as well as domestic ones. You know, every time I watch one of those old movies, I always think, wow, these Japanese stars are really good at English. Yeah. When I grow up, I want to study Japanese. I should probably keep my mouth shut here and not destroy her dream. It's on playing something. Oh, it's Kids Question Corner. Professor, why is the Earth round? Religious commune, oh god. Yes, why is it, Mr. Nick? Why don't you listen to the radio program a little more, Pearls? It's TV remote control, but it doesn't look at the listening devices in here. So I was thinking, what if a TV remote works on other things like... Can I make you change your expressions like TV channels? Zap! Hey! But if I could... Oh, the people I could give the old mute button to. Well, I don't think it's going to work on me. Why don't we try it on Maya tomorrow, okay? Yeah, I'm a country gal and I need more about it. Oh, God. Okay! Here I have a dryer. Nothing usual here, I think. A dryer? Oh, if you use an extra TV, it'll make the screen look all weird, right? Yeah. When that happens, it's called electromagnetic interference, right? Hey, good memory, Pearls. I'll never forget it for the rest of my life. Wow, there's a really delicious loaf of bread in here. Looks like it's been on keep warm all this time since the murder. Well, Mr. Scruffy Detective always says, gotta keep trail and crime and the trail and the train. Gotta keep the trail and crime scene warm. I think the keep warm in that case is a little more metaphorical. Well, it certainly looks like an alarm clock. What's wrong? Why do you look troubled? I just can't imagine the listening device being inside of this alarm clock. It just sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago. Oh. Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here. What's this? It's a small video camera. No listening device in this gizmo. Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they, Mr. Nick? Country 8-year-old. That's what it seems like. But I want to grow bigger and bigger. Well, eating only vegetables isn't going to help you there. You have to eat meat, too. It's MC. Oh,
This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen.
hey, so did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean.
No, not yet. But this bear's eye is.
Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's take this big fella's eye out and see what we got.
No, you can't. Such a violent act.
Oof. Rip. Oops.
No.
It's a miniature camera, and it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. What emitter? A transmitter, pal.
Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff?
Me like the bear. Oh god. The bear is gumshoe sized. Camera. This tiny thing is a camera? Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. A small, high-grade video camera, mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on a battery, which comes with it in the set. But there's no videotape in this camera. There's only the camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
We'll just change into radio waves and then it's sent to that recorder.
So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you know, you're right. 20 hours, right at the time of the murder. Ooh. So what is a transmitter? It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it.
You set it for a certain time?
Yep. Let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. 8 p.m.? That was the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess.
Mr. Detective, how long has that bear been here?
I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder.
Then maybe...
Maybe this camera caught the murderer on tape. What? If you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have a clear shot to the whole crime, pal.
So there's a camera in this bear's eye.
It was disguised as a present. I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. Boy, your bear, love it. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. How much hair? Enough. But who gave Mr. Corda this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there got a video of what happened here that night.
Is there any way we can find out who that person is?
It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out.
Oh.
Is there really no way to find out? Court record. I got it. What? Hey, pal. Let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna go around the electronic shops to see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even if I had to search all night, I'll find you, man, pal. Spy camera and transmitter given to Detective Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm a 5-pound. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
He's gone.
It's Gumshoe all along. Yeah.
But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man.
He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake.
No, Mystic Maya's sake.
I do things the most inefficient ways, right? You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth! What are you doing here? A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward, one step at a time. That smirk. I see. Thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. So there was a spy camera. So there was a spy camera hidden inside the stuffed animal, huh? You're one lucky man, right? Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl?
I have no idea.
You really said that? Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here. What? The camera transmitter the scatterbrain detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is. Scrubbing his miles.
Can you really do that, Mr. Nick? Can you really?
Well, I guess so. Sorry, I zoned out for a second. High-end plushies. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things you have to do. So bears back to my Edgeworth. See you soon, Mr. Wright. Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. Besides that, Wright. Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corrida? The real killer. Or do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, Wright. Everything begins with the truth. The real killer, Miss Andrews passed. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal from Serengard. He might cost me. And this card, Shelley the Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. To be continued.